Okay. I just got done rewatching for maybe fourth time now. Wolverine and the X-Men. I still consider that better than the X-Men 97. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I think it's better than X-Men Evolutions, and I think it's better than X-Men 97. X-Men 97 is still going on, but Wolverine and the X-Men, basically Wolverine is Professor X and in charge of the X-Men. Kind of obvious. Um, if you like Jean Grey, you aren't gonna have much Jean Grey in this. Like Jean shows up at the first episode, and then the next time, besides like little glimpses of stuff, she actually shows up. It's like episode 20. There's only 25, 26 episodes. So don't get attached to Jean Grey. But in my opinion, the better psychic mutant, Emma Frost, takes over as Jean Grey. And you get, of course, if you know who Emma is, you know she manipulates people. And X-Men and my hair is just sticking straight up. But C takes place of Jean. Of course, you get your Angel and Beast and Cyclops and Iceman and Kitty Pryde and actually there's a girl who's kind of like Armor. She has Armor's powers, but she's not Armor's race. Armor is like sort of like Japanese Korean, and this girl's like Hispanic. But she shows up, and she's in it. Like one episode's based on her, and then all of a sudden it's like she's gone. So she really doesn't matter. But she's part of the X-Men. She's there, but she's not there. You get Rogue, who basically betrays the X-Men for the like first 10 episodes. She joins the Brotherhood of Mutants, and who's being led by Quicksilver, not Magneto, Quicksilver. Magneto and Wanda and his other daughter, Polaris, are in charge of Genosa. Which, if you watch X-Men 97, you know Genosa never ends up very good, ever. A lot of stuff goes down there. But so you got that going on with Magneto and Wanda and so. Oh yeah, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's part of the X-Men. He's kind of big. But the main villain, Professor X, gets transferred to the future of the series. His body's healed, but he's contacting them from his mind. I never understood that, but that happens a lot in X-Men. You can transfer your mind to the future and back, and it's weird. But and what was it? Days of Future Past. Kitty Pryde had it in the movie, and now it's like Professor X can do it to himself. It's like, why? Why can people do this in X-Men? But Professor X can do that. Well, he can transfer his mind. But he's trying to change the future by having Wolverine do stuff for him. So that was that. And it slowly makes changes, but not really type deal for the entire series. But yeah, he's 20 years in the future, I think. 25 years in the future, somewhere around there. And he's dealing with all the stuff that's going on with Trask and his Sentinels, and Kelly, Senator Kelly, was his anti-mutant agenda that's going on. But Sentinels play a big role in this series. But you also get some cameos like the Incredible Hulk. I think there was a glimpse of Captain America, but I don't think it was really much of anything. You get Nick Fury. Like, what are the small cameos? Of course, Nick Fury might be a shocker to most people who are used to Nick Fury nowadays, where it's like he looks like Samuel L. Jackson. But that was mainly because of the Ultimate Universe, which is funny because the new Ultimate Universe, Nick Fury's right again. They should have made him Asian. I'm sorry, Nick Fury should have been Asian in the new Ultimate Universe. It's like we had a white guy in the 90s, the early 2000s. He was like literally Samuel L. Jackson. The movies, he's Samuel L. Jackson. He's white, but yeah, you get that. You get some cameos from other superheroes. The cameos for mutants, though, that's where it is like peak. Like one of the main characters in the future is Bishop, and everyone loves Bishop. But one of my favorite, Mel. Well, Sarah/Mel is running around with her bones, and her storyline, it's kind of important. So I'm not going to say much. I'm trying to be vague, but she's kind of important for the future part. The Domino's in it, which is, again, a good, pretty, but at the time, unknown, but I think Deadpool kind of made her more known. Like, most people wouldn't be like, oh, Domino, I'm a fan of Domino, like 10 years ago. But now it's like, oh, yeah, the people who are a fan of Domino. I'm trying to remember if Deadpool actually made this cameo. I wasn't really like paying attention to backgrounds, but Deadpool may have been there. I don't know. Like Genosa does a lot of cameos. Like Dusk. I don't know. There was a character mutant named Dusk that I think deserves more love in like media, but she doesn't get it. But she has it in X-Men and Wolverine and the X-Men. Like she is literally, like I guess Arab girl or something, like Muslims. I don't know. She's covered up totally in black cloth, maybe Egyptian, and all you see is her eyes. But her powers are so like she can turn herself into dust, like sand, and just go through stuff. And she's kind of cool. I wish they would do more for her, but she's usually, even in the comics, she's just standing in the background. And here she's like standing in the background, especially in Genosa. You get Brink show up, and she's there for, again, very little, and most of the time standing in the background. And if you know anything about Brink, you know Age of Apocalypse and what was it? The Outback? Was she in the Outback? I can't remember if she was in the Outback, but Brink is great. There's also that video game that for early Xbox players that she was the person who teleported you into areas. But I know her mainly because of Age of Apocalypse. Blink is just not my favorite. She's in my top 10 favorite X-Men mutants. But I want to say my favorite. That'll probably still go to Magic. But yeah, I still enjoy it. I still think it's probably one of the best X-Men series that like no one talks about. Like, you'd never hear anyone talking about how Wolverine and the X-Men is a great series or anything. That you hear people like 97 or the 90s or X-Men Evolution, which I might watch that soon. I have a lot of stuff coming around right now on like TV, so I don't know when I'm going to get to it. This is just because I've been watching it basically over the weekend or when I have time. But yeah, Wolverine and the X-Men, if you get a chance, it's on Disney Plus. To be fair, Disney Plus is kind of real, so I don't know how long it's going to be there, but it's there right now. This is what? 2026, April 6th, 19th, April 19th for 2026. So, if you have Disney Plus, you can watch it. I believe it originally premiered on Nickelodeon, if I remember right. But I'm going to spoil something for you. It leaves off on a cliffhanger. But it's not important to the story. Like, the cliffhanger is literally something I wish they would do. So, if you don't want to hear about the cliffhanger and some spoilers, you can leave now. But I'm going to talk about how the end of the series ends. Oh yeah, Gambit makes appearances too. But he's making 2 episodes. But here's the spoilers. They leave off after they beat the Phoenix and the Hellfire Club. They leave off on Age of Apocalypse. And it's like, yes, because you got Scott and his like long hair with the eye patch and the gold armor on and stuff, and it looks like Age of Apocalypse Scott. And you got Sinister in the red outfit with the beard. It's like Age of Apocalypse, and here's Apocalypse showing up. It's like, yes, I'm so excited, and season 2 never happened. It's like, you guys left off on a cliffhanger. That would have been so cool because I'm trying to avoid Age of Apocalypse with Charles in the back in the future trying to stop it. Never happened. Spoilers for the last episode because I really wanted to talk about that. But actual spoilers. The Hellfire Club, or the Inner Circle, Hellfire Club, kidnaps Jean Grey. And they get the Phoenix power and they put it in the Cuckoos. The Cuckoos become the Phoenix 5, I guess. I think there's technically 6, but I think they basically become the Phoenix 5. And they basically destroy all the Sentinels, attack the mutants, attack Magneto and everything. Magneto escapes with Pietro, Quicksilver, and Emma and the X-Men get into fight against, of course, Emma was manipulating the X-Men to get Jean to get the Phoenix, but for the Inner Circle / Hellfire Club. But Emma absorbs the Phoenix into herself and sacrifices herself for the X-Men to save everyone. The Phoenix goes away. It goes into the atmosphere. And Emma Frost doesn't make it out of the episode that we know of. The only thing we know is diamonds are falling from the sky now because she exploded. Which really hurts me because I'm an Emma fan. And yeah. Let's talk about the Wolverine versus the Hulk episode too. Since we're doing all this spoiler stuff. Wolverine gets picked up by Nick Fury and SHIELD to be dropped off in the middle of nowhere to fight this creature that's attacking me. And it turns out that the Hulk is still trying to fight this creature too, which is the what is it, Yeti? I think it's Yeti. Oh no, Wendigo. Wendigo. Wendigo has the power where he bites someone, and they turn into the Wendigo too. So there's multiple Wendigos running around, and Hulk, Bruce Banner, and Wolverine have to fight it. Bruce comes up as a cure to save everyone, stuff like that. But that's a pretty notable episode. That's pretty good. You got a cool Wolverine Hulk fight in it, and Wolverine Hulk and Wendigo fight. Try to think of it. There's a lot of good episodes, but I'm trying to think of stuff that's like amazing. Like, this is gonna make you want to watch the series. Of course, there's the social commentary of mutants have lives matter too type deal. The whole all lives matter with Magneto hating humans and humans hating mutants, and the X-Men being trapped in the middle. That's a big part of it, but that's always a part of X-Men, so you shouldn't be surprised about that. I'm still surprised a lot of big YouTube channels that do reactions have not done reactions to Wolverine and the X-Men. I think that would be kind of cool. But I would like to see some people. I would love to see them give some love to that series, just react to it. I think it's too late for season 2. It'd be nice to have Age of Apocalypse, something actually more than a movie that was based in like modern time or whatnot. But of course, Kitty Pryde still, she's cool. Poelis, she's just, you don't get much Poelis. Like, most people won't even know who Poelis is, who's not an X-Men fan. Like, if you're on like 97, or the movies, she's like never in it. I think the movies had like a glimpse of her and the original 90s TV series had her in it a little bit. But otherwise, she's never in it. But she's basically a copy of Magneto, only female. I think that's all I'm going to talk about right now. I still think it's probably the best series. I like X-Men 97, but I don't think it's as good as Wolverine and the X-Men. Wolverine and the X-Men, they leave off on a cliffhanger, but the cliffhanger doesn't affect the series any. It actually has an ending, and it's like, hey, if this happens in second season, here we are. So that's gonna be. But yeah, I think it's a fun series. It's only 26 episodes. So, and it's like 20 minutes an episode, because commercials, maybe 25 minutes an episode. So, if you binge watch it, you can watch it in like basically a weekend. But if you take a week to watch it, like I did, like 2 episodes a night, might go back to One Piece. I gotta watch that, because all this stuff that came out, I was watching One Piece, and I got to like 90s. I have a long way, man. What are we at? 1200 now? So that's a thing. It's like, I'm sorry, but I did hear something that One Piece did get picked up for like 8 seasons. Don't know how true that is, but I know they'll at least film in season 4. Like, they're filming season 3 and doing parts for season 4 already. So And the way it looks, they do about 50 episodes per season, of 8 episodes a season, 50 episodes. So, if they, like, because where Chopper left off, where they left off was Chopper in One Piece. That was episode 90. Oh, I'm talking about One Piece now? I'm focused on Wolverine. Back to Wolverine. Whew. But yes, Wolverine and the X-Men, good. Actually, Ultimate Wolverine just ended. I just picked up that last comic this weekend. Friday, I think it was. And, yeah, I'm like, open the page, the last page is like the end, and I'm like, huh. I guess they really do want to end all the Ultimate series. But yes, Wolverine, X-Men, give it a watch. It's fun. You'll probably enjoy it. The voice acting is amazing in it. The accent is pretty good. I do like the art style because they're like based around, like, Emma Frost is in her astonishing look, and Wolverine is in his astonishing look, and so is Scott. Like, they look like astonishing X-Men because that was big at this point in time. So that's that. So if you like the astonishing X-Men, give it a watch. It'll be kind of cool. You don't have Kitty Pryde is like in a blue and yellow outfit, which, like, it doesn't look like an X-Men outfit. Like, it's X-Men. It just doesn't look like an X-Men outfit. One of hers. It's just like, it's an X-Men outfit. Beast, sort of astonishing, but it's not. Maybe Uncanny might be a better one. He sort of has a jacket and, like, pants. He doesn't look like Forge is in it. I forgot Forge was in it. Oops. Yeah. I'm not good at these things, but I just like to talk about my thoughts, get them out here. And my thought is, everyone should watch, if you're a Marvel fan, watch Wolverine and the X-Men at least once. It's a quick series to get through. It's fun. And that's my thoughts on it. So, good night. Don't know what. Well, I guess the next thing would be Darth Maul tomorrow. Ooh. Darth Maul is tomorrow. Okay. Maul. So that'll probably be when the next thing I do a move. I would have reacted. Like, my thoughts on. This guy is going up the hill backwards. A lot of stuff going on around the hill. Okay. There's a lot of activity outside. I don't know what that's about. To be honest, there was just a post, like, about 3 hours ago, there was just a bunch of people yelling down the block, and the cops got caught, so it might be something about that. But, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. I have no idea. You never know what I'm going to talk about. I might just go on another rant talking about stupid stuff. We'll see. But, yeah, give Wolverine and the X-Men a try, a chance. It's on Disney Plus. I think if you look up the DVDs on Amazon, they're like $60. So I picked it up for like 10, 15. It was like cheap. But now I think they're like 60 on Amazon. Oh, I should do Spectacular Spider-Man. It's been 2 years since I watched that. I watch it like every 2 years. But yeah, okay. See ya. Bye.